Good day, listeners. Welcome to my channel, Learning Made Easy. My name is itsede Joy Omoseh, matric number 15/25pc072. I'm from the Department of Educational Technology, University of Ilorin, and the course code is itsede 414, Web-Based Multimedia Instruction. I'll be taking you basic technology, and our topic is concept of materials. We'll be looking at wood majorly, and the target audience is J.S.S. 1. Behavioral objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to define material, sketch the diagrammatic representation of the classification of materials, define wood, state the types of wood, their classification and identification. During the course of this lesson, some of the areas that will be covered include definition and classification of materials, wood, definition, types, examples, characteristics, and identification. Materials. Materials are substances from which other things can be made. This means that in the production of anything, several materials are combined together to produce whatever is desired. So materials are substances from which other things can be made. Classification of materials. The chart below shows the classification of materials. We have materials, then we have metallic and non-metallic materials. Under the metallic materials, we have ferrous and non-ferrous. An example of ferrous, we have cast iron. Then example of non-ferrous, we have aluminium. Then for the non-metallic, we have natural and synthetic. Natural are materials that are not made by man. They occur naturally in nature. And examples, we have wood, stone. Then under the synthetic, we have plastic, glass, etc. Now we'll go to the topic of today, wood, because we'll be dealing majorly with wood. What is wood? Wood is a material obtained from a tree. Trees are usually taller and bigger than shrubs and herbs, and wood can also be defined as the hard fibrous material that forms the main substance of the trunk or branches of a tree or shrub. It can be used for fuel or timber. So wood is a material obtained from a tree. Types of wood. There are two types of wood. They include hardwood and softwood. Hardwood. Hardwood is the wood that is obtained from deciduous tree with broad leaves, and the seeds are enclosed in a seed case. This type of wood is usually gotten from angiosperm trees, and hardwood is also known as ironwood. So hardwood are woods that are obtained from deciduous trees, and they have broad leaves, and the seeds are usually in a seed case. They are also known as ironwood. This is just an example, that is image of hardwood. Now softwood, which is the second type of wood. Softwood is obtained from coniferous trees with needle-like leaves and conical naked seeds. They include wood from angiosperm trees such as conifers as well as arborella. So softwood is obtained from coniferous trees with needle-like naked seeds. And they are like woods from gymnosperm trees such as conifers as well as arborella. This is also an image example of softwood. Now examples of hardwood. We have agba, iroko, eki, obeche, teak, mahogany, mansonia. We have agba, iroko, eki, obeche, teak, mahogany, mansonia, although the examples are not limited to this. Now this is just an example, one of the examples we mentioned. So this is an iroko tree, and it is one of the examples of hardwood. There is an adage that usually say is tall like iroko tree. Iroko trees are usually very tall, so this is an iroko tree, one of the examples of hardwood that we mentioned earlier. So these are teak trees, also one of the examples of hardwood. This is a mahogany tree. Mahogany. So the leaves are broad. You can see the tree in the image. Mahogany tree. This is a mansonia tree. It is also one of the examples of hardwood that we mentioned earlier. What are the characteristics of hardwood? It has broad leaves. It has seeds enclosed in seed cases. It is more difficult to work on. It has complex cellular structure. It is usually dark in color. It is deciduous, that is, they do not shed leaves at a particular time of the year. And it has annual growth rings. And one thing that is responsible for the strength of hardwood are fibers. So fibers are responsible for the strength of hardwood. Examples of softwood, we have redwood, yew, larch, pine, fir, spruce, cedar, and semi-dorolo. We have redwood, yew, larch, pine, fir, spruce, cedar, and semi-dorolo. So these are redwoods, and it is one of the examples of softwood. The wood is actually red in color. This is a yew tree. It is also one of the examples of softwood. These are spruce tree. They look like the typical Christmas tree we use during festive season. So these are spruce trees. Now, what are the characteristics of softwood? It has needle-like leaves. The leaves are like needle. It has conical naked seeds. It is easy to work on. It has simple structure. It is usually lighter in color compared to hardwood, and they are usually evergreen. Now, how do we identify wood generally, either hardwood or softwood? How do we identify wood? Woods are identified based on the following physical characteristics: the appearance, the color, the hardness, the weight, the leaves, and the seeds of trees. We identify wood by the appearance, color, hardness, weight, leaves, and seeds of trees. Thank you for watching and listening. See you same time next week. Bye bye.